This is American International Dateline Special, aiding you to a more informed state of mind. I'm Trent Perry.
And I'm Kevin Castillo.
First, in politics, the Senate is passing a bill that would raise the debt ceiling to $1.1 trillion. The United States Congress has raised the debt ceiling several times in recent years, but most recently it was raised to $12.140 trillion by the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009. Interest rates for this new debt would be $10 billion a week. This is not including the principal, this is simply the interest rates. New in the economy, consumer giant Procter & Gamble has agreed to buy Sara Lee Corporation, a European air freshening company, for $470 million. The price tag is less than recently discussed, and the Wall Street Journal believes that the business could fetch up to $70 million. Now to Kevin and entertainment.
Well, new in entertainment, golfer Tiger Woods has recently announced that he will be taking an indefinite leave from golf, which will be a huge impact to the PGA Tour because back in 2008 when he was sidelined with a knee injury, ratings were cut in half. And an employee at the Florida Department of Children has confirmed that the agency has visited Woods' Florida home for a well-being check. In international news, Australian authorities Friday issued a shipping alert over a gigantic iceberg that is gradually approaching the country's southwest coast. The cliff of ice dislodged from Antarctica about a decade ago before drifting north. The iceberg is approximately 1,504 miles south-southwest of West Australian coast. The iceberg itself is 140 square kilometers in area, 19 kilometers long by 8 kilometers wide. Experts believe the iceberg, known as B-17B, is likely to break up as it enters the warmer waters near Australia, creating hundreds of smaller icebergs, which is a shipping hazard to passing ships. These kinds of rogue icebergs are uncommon, but can become more frequent as sea temperatures continue to rise. Now to Alex Van Doe with the weather.
Thank you, Kevin. It's going to be nice and nippy here in the Metroplex this week, with highs in the 50s and lows in the 30s. As you can tell from the radar, the cold front has now passed, and now there's going to be clear skies all week. It should be perfect for holiday shopping and running errands before the holiday. Don't get used to it though, because this weekend a cold front's coming in to drop temperatures into the 40s. Pickup temperatures for the kids finishing off the week will be in the 50s, and drop-off temperatures will be in the 30s, so make sure they're bundled up. Now to Jake with sports.
Thank you, Alex. The Texas Rangers are getting closer and closer to landing the 2007 World Series MVP Mike Lowell from the Boston Red Sox. The deal would bring Lowell to Texas while sending catcher Max Ramirez to Boston. Lowell hit .290 last season and was plagued by a hip injury and a more recent thumb injury. The Rangers did, however, sign pitcher Rich Harden to a one-year, $6.5 million deal. Harden was the pitcher for Chicago Cubs last season, and the Rangers brought him in after they dealt off their ace, Kevin Millwood, earlier this offseason. Rangers say that they are not done yet and there are more deals to come. The Dallas Cowboys' December woes continue as they lost to the San Diego Chargers on Sunday. Since winning their last playoff game in 1996, the Cowboys' overall record in December now turns to 17-30 and 18-33 when January games are added. The next game is Saturday against the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are coming off a close victory over the Atlanta Falcons and remaining red hot and undefeated with a record of 13-0. The Cowboys will close the season out with the two NFC East games against the Washington Redskins and then their final home game against the first-place Philadelphia Eagles. College bowl season is right around the corner with the national championship game between the Alabama Crimson Tide up against the Texas Longhorns on January 7th in Pasadena, California. Mark Ingram, running back for the Crimson Tide, won the Heisman Trophy in the closest voting in Heisman history. Colt McCoy, quarterback for the Longhorns, finished third in Heisman Trophy voting behind Toby Gerhart. Now on to Michael Blasco with a recent news update.
Hi, I'm Michael Blasco with the Special News Report. I'm standing beside Timber Ridge Apartments in Flower Mound, where on November 11th, 2009, 16-year-old Louisville High School student Brittany Munoz was found dead in her home. The medical examiner's report showed that she had been beaten to death, and that the case has been classified as a homicide by the Flower Mound police. This is an important case in Flower Mound, an upscale, quiet suburban neighborhood that has not seen a murder in almost 3 years. 2 days after Munoz's death, police arrested her boyfriend, 20-year-old Garrett Cole Gower, and charged him with capital murder. Because the examiner determined that Munoz was pregnant, under Texas state law, a person who is murdered in conjunction with a child under the age of 6, including unborn children, is considered a capital crime. Police suspect Gower was motivated to murder Munoz because of a cell phone message from Munoz, stating that she was indeed pregnant, and planned to tell her mother that evening. Also, Miss Munoz's mother and sister claiming that Mr. Gower is the last person that Brittany was seen with on the night of her death. Friends and relatives said that the relationship between the two was indeed volatile, even though there was no previous history of violence or violence. If Gower is convicted of capital murder, the maximum sentence he could face would be life in prison or the death penalty. Now back to you, Robert.
Thank you, Trent. Hi, I'm Robert Williams, reporting for AIDS News about the ongoing Texas coyote problem. One cause of the coyote confrontations with people may be caused to the rapid expansion and development of suburban areas, which encroach on more traditional coyote habitat. Coyotes are well known for their adaptability and probably have been in urban areas of Texas since settlement of the state began. An increase in the number of complaints received by the Office of Texas Animal Damage Control Services has occurred during the last 5 years. This increase is especially noteworthy within the last 3 years. Coyotes, like many species, not only adapt but thrive in the presence of man. Unlimited amounts of food, water, and shelter accompany most urban areas, making this excellent habitat. The Flymont Animal Services advises all residents to take several steps to reduce the coyote conflicts. They are: do not touch or feed coyotes. Do not leave garbage lying around outside. Don't allow pets to run free. Don't leave your children unattended outside. And discourage coyotes from your home by shouting and throwing rocks. Thank you.
Thank you for watching AIDS News.